About 3 years ago, a guy named Tim Grattani decided to start stock trading and used his life savings of about $1,500. At the present time, the 24 years old Tim has his portfolio worth more than $1 million. Now the question arises, how did he do it? To your curiosity, he did this by choosing stock investments. Grattani started his trades in penny stock, which contains very small companies and that typically have a price below $1. And not just Tim Grattani, you will find a lot of examples where people become multi-millionaires in the shortest periods of time. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, Jay Walker, a famous entrepreneur who was the chairman of Walker Digital, also known as the American Legends of Business, became a multi-billionaire within a year when his digital startup called thepriceline.com became a big hit. He is known as the very first entrepreneur who became a multi-billionaire in such a short period of time. In short, we can say that stock investment is one of the fastest ways of becoming a millionaire, and we are here to tell you what you need to do to make this magic happen for you too. Welcome to 5-Star Finance. Now let's be realistic. It's not always easy to get super rich in the stock market, but if you follow the right strategy, you can increase your chances to a great extent. Strategy is the main foundation of generating wealth in the stock market, and it can be quite simple. Here's how to get started. For being a multimillionaire, you should start investing as soon as possible, as it's never too early to start. The sooner you start, the more time you will get your money to grow, and with more time also comes more experience. Every mere second counts, and starting real early can make a pretty significant difference in your earning. This doesn't state that you can't reach a good sum if you are off to a late start, but for each year that you indulge off in investing, you will have to invest a little more on a monthly basis in order to reach your goal. Hence, even if you cannot afford to invest very much at the moment, you still better start it anyway to give your savings more than enough time to grow. Where you can invest a big sum of bills in investing at once and then watch your money growing with time, sometimes it can be more fruitful to invest in smaller bits on a more consistent level. Not only does this strategy go easy on your wallet, but it can also save your money from loss over time. There's a strategy called dollar cost averaging, which involves making your investment in a set amount over a specific schedule, and this strategy can help you a lot to reduce the impact of volatility on your investment. As you know, stock prices are constantly fluctuating, which means the market will experience frequent ups and downs. So, if you invest in a larger sum at once, the chance you are investing when the prices are the highest also increases a lot. A thing that you can avoid by investing consistently in smaller bits, as when you invest in smaller amounts consistently, you end up investing when prices can be both higher or lower, which can reduce your cost over time and help your money to go even further. Remember that every dollar makes a difference when you are aiming to become a millionaire. Now, it takes time to build an actual $1 million worth of portfolio, until or unless you are investing thousands of dollar bills each month. Depending on your initial investment and the monthly contributions you make, it can take more time to generate $1 million. While it is highly unpleasant to wait for that long, keep in mind that small inserts also do good add-ups with time, and no doubt stock market investment is one of the easiest ways to generate good wealth with time. Investment can also get a little challenging when the market is volatile. When stock markets are falling, it might feel tempting to pull out your money, but it is quite the contrary. Market as a whole has historically marked a positive average of returns over the time, even after experiencing too many downturns over the years. By creating a long-term outlook, it gets a lot easier to avoid being caught up in the market's everyday drama, and hence when you continue your investment, despite what that market is doing, your money will grow even more over time. One of the most important factors in building a $1 million portfolio is choosing the right investments. The ones with low risk of losing money and with high and consistent returns are a good place to start, as it will help your money grow quickly while limiting your risk as much as possible. While the exact investments you choose will depend on your personal preferences and tolerance for risk, the best stocks are the ones with the most long-term potential. These stocks might not experience explosive returns, but if the companies themselves are healthy and strong, they're more likely to see consistent growth over time. To become a stock market millionaire might be a lofty goal. By consistent investments, choosing the right investment plan, and keeping your money in the stock market as long as possible, you have a better chance of creating long-term wealth. There are some tips that you should consider from the stock millionaires themselves, which everyone should know for becoming a multi-millionaire. Once, a millionaire said, "It takes money to make money. Hence, you need to earn more than you spend." Why? Well, in order to start the wealth building process of becoming a millionaire. Now, how can you earn more money? You can find the answer to it in nowhere else but yourself. That's right, the answer is self-investment. Invest in yourself, improve your skills, and become more valuable towards your work, business, customers, and your potent employees. Understand what your major skills are and use it to dominate your lifestyle for a good living. First, find out what you are good at, and then put effort and time to embrace that skill to your fullest potential. Take advantage of every training opportunity that you can get to improve your skills. Whether it is on-the-job training or more of a formal, continual education is pretty beneficial. And the best thing about the job is that it doesn't have any out-of-pocket costs for you, and it is a good way to start investing in yourself with a little money. So what are you waiting for? Get those pens and papers and start improving your resume right now. As we said earlier, you need to earn more than you spend in order to get applaudable profits. This simple equation is your direct ticket to crest excess cash to fulfill your multi-millionaire investment strategy, and hence is a key pillar to your wealth creation. We have already covered the earning side. Now we need to know how to spend your money like a millionaire investor, and it is quite simple. Millionaire investors work with a spend less than eat strategy. They never spend more than their profit, to put it in easier words. To be a millionaire by investment, you need to save money and pay yourself first. Now, we won't be the first one to tell you that it can be quite a hassle to save and scrimp, but frankly speaking, living below your means on a daily basis is an essential element in order to become an investment millionaire. Now, things you need to keep in mind while saving money like an investing millionaire: try to think about your expenditure on these 4 big bill items and try to cut your expenses in these areas wherever it makes sense to you. These 4 big bills items are housing, your transportations, your food and beverage expenses, and how you spend on your leisure activities. So bring out your notepad and keep your pen intact and write down a millionaire-friendly budget for yourself. We bet after becoming a millionaire, you'll be very thankful to us. Note that you don't have to drastically cut your living standards, but be wide when it comes to purchasing things related to your expenses. Remember that buying cheap is not only applicable to stock market investing, but also for you. If you see something like a toothpaste on sale, you could buy lots of it and stack them up, since you will need to use them one way or another. Hopefully you are brushing your teeth every single day, right? Now, what other essential things do you consume? Write them down and start hunting for those bargains when they show up. All millionaire investors reduce their taxes on their investment profits for greater profits. How do they do it? Let us brief you. First of all, they never go for active trading in order to minimize capital gains tax. It is important to avoid it. Furthermore, they go for investment in capital appreciation instead of income. By this, they reduce the amount of annual income taxes. Last but not least, they maximize their investment in certified retirement accounts, from which they avail tax benefits for their investment plans. So these were some words of wisdom that were put together from our professionals. But you need to understand everything requires a lot of patience, and having a deeper understanding of what you want and how to achieve it will surely make it easier for you to achieve everything you dream of. Make sure that you have a full understanding of stock investment and trading before jumping into this niche, because the greater the knowledge, the better your chance to succeed. As stock investment is becoming a trend these days and there is a lot of competition going on between the investors, you need to improve your stock picking skills. We would argue that the next step is to have good knowledge about all 6 stock categories, which can give you an upper hand compared to other investors that don't know about them, and invest following the old and mediocre ways. And thinking of that, we made a complete free guide for you guys. Click the link in the description below and take advantage of our free guide, which will help you pick better stocks and speed up your process to achieving your first $1 million by building a portfolio with the best stock categories suited for you. Take action now and grab your free copy of the 6 stock categories guide. Check out the video that we handpicked for you, and we'll see you in our next video.